I wanted to do a 2-year update on these floors. I did a project a while back on these ceramic wood look flooring, and I can post a link to the video process on how I completed that here. But I just wanted to give you guys a full tour of my house and show you how it turned out. So this is one of the first rooms that I started in. And so I started here, and then it went directly into the hallway, into the other bedroom. So you can see here, it went all the way down the hallway into the living room. I went with a different tile in the bathroom, but we'll get to that. So here you can see the master bedroom, and that's pretty much the same as the last one. I went with the white baseboards. I thought that would be a good look. And so you can see that the grout that I chose was the mocha, and that worked out really well. And this wood really does, or I'm sorry, this tile really does have a rustic wood look to it. I know that's really popular right now. And then I chose to keep the bathroom a lighter design with that kind of tile. And I can post a link to this video right here of how I did that. So you can see that I went through the hallway into the living room. And I think that this one's probably the coolest room just because of the space. And you can see that the light reflects off of it really nicely. And then that flowed right into the kitchen. And you can see that that looks really good. Going right into the kitchen to the living room. It flows really nicely. When I did my project for the kitchen, I ended up taking out that island. And I'm glad that I did that and I didn't just piece around it. So I think that that made it better, and if the future homeowners don't want, an island there, they can take it up and they won't have to deal with a hole in the middle of the kitchen. So that's nice. So you can see how that flows into the mudroom. And we can go into the other side too, next to the sink. And that turned out really well too. So yeah, it looks really nice. And then from there, I did a video on this mudroom. So before, this mudroom had about a 1/4-inch drop off. I think this was a breezeway leading to the garage, and they just never had a problem with it. So what I did is I laid down HardieBacker board and I evened out the floor. And to me, I think it made a huge difference. I know from the viewer aspect it might not, but I think it definitely helps make the rooms flow together, and there is no step down or tripping hazards or anything else like that. And I'm not a professional by any means, but I put in 100% into this floor. And there are moments and spots in here where the floor was above my skill set. Let's put it that way. But I still think that overall it came out super nice. I'm really thrilled with it. The floor is 99 cents a square foot, so it is on the cheaper side as far as tile goes. But I think that it's lasted really well over these 2 years, and I would highly recommend that to anybody who's debating on getting these Tuscany tiles. So they've lasted really well. They look amazing. So I'll just show you a couple defects of, I've dropped stuff on this tile at hip height, and it's messed up. So this one right here was the first one that happened. I think that I was mopping and one of the chairs fell from the island, and so that happened. And then I'll show you another one over here. These are the only two. This one's a little bit more warranted. This one happened when I was moving the fridge out of the kitchen so that I could tile the kitchen, and it kind of scraped it when it went across. So other than that, that's the only two spots that I've had trouble with. As far as durability, this stuff is incredible. Absolutely incredible. It's lasted to the weather and the elements. We've had water on here. I've had my dogs on here. And there are no scratches on these tiles. They, again, have a rustic look to them. And I think that they look amazing. So if you guys are in the market for rustic wood look tile, this might be your option.